Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Anonymous, and in this channel, we talk about gang stalking, we talk about manipulation, we talk about perception, and my experience with gang stalking. So, I want to share something with you. Literally, the entire goal of gang stalking is to change your perception of reality in such an extent, in such a way that things that are normal, you begin to interpret them as being purposely done to hurt you. How is this done? Well, I want to share with you the most recent story and a recent victory that I had. So, during the harassment, guys were squeezing my dick to make it go limp. But that's the point. It's supposed to be obvious. I thought that we're actually trying to hide it, but no, they make it obvious. And this actually happened on the last time I played with a guy. His name is Ron, and things were fine. I finished, but he kept wanting me inside of him, and then he squeezed the hell out of my dick in such a way that was painful. And he did the evil grin. That is for you to relate, the evil grin and squeezing your ass, or like every time someone will squeeze your ass, I guess you kind of remember the pain and the evil grin, so you feel like it's evil. Well, that was that. I blocked him already. But before this guy was the first time where I actually told myself that, well, I remember that, when you're having sex, people are gonna squeeze your butthole, right? Especially if you're playing with yourself. But I forgot that. So all this time, guys, I have been immediately assuming that guys who squeeze their butt when I'm inside of them are gang stalkers. There are times where it is undeniable that they are doing it purposely. But for the longest time, I haven't been able to have sex comfortably because of that. Like, as soon as I feel any type of squeeze, my dick goes numb. My dick goes limp. Seriously. So, like, it is really hard to actually stay fully erect when you're hanging out somewhere or with someone, and there's always in your head the suspicion that they might be a gang stalker. The guy where I actually, during our encounter, I was telling myself, just keep going and don't assume it's a gang stalker, even if he squeezes your dick with his asshole. And this guy ended up being the sweetest guy. He was from New York, and he was here visiting. And he just ended up being really sweet. We had a little chat. It was a normal encounter for the first time in years, but I am not gonna lie that the whole time I was questioning, is this a gang stalker or not? But whenever I saw him smile, I was like, oh, okay. And it was actually a conversation that I enjoyed. So I'm beginning to break away from this barely, and I'm realizing a lot of things now. And well, like today I went to the gym, and I had a great workout. And the entire time I was telling myself a mantra: I conquer my goals every day. I conquer my goals every day easily and effortlessly. Like, so that's the thought that was in my head the entire gym session. And I had a great workout. I was filling my mind with thoughts of me, working out, being awesome, reaching my goals, and it was fine. It was good. Then I went to work, and it was at work where I had my first customer, and he bought Bondo, the filler for vehicles. And then he said, this one comes with a hardener. Is there one that doesn't? Because I might feel like I'm not sure if I want to use one that needs a hardener to work. And then immediately my thought went to my dick not getting hard. And then when I was playing with Ron, he gave me a Viagra because I couldn't get hard. He had acted sketchy before, but I give it another chance, which I regret. So my mind immediately made the connection. It made it Ron, all the times where I have had trouble getting my dick hard. And then this guy talking about not wanting to use a product if it needs a hardener. I was about to go into the psychological turning of perception where I assume that everyone is a gang stalker. However, the entire time, when that happened, I was literally telling myself, the gang stalker reality, no, gang stalking is the wrong interpretation of reality. Gang stalking is the wrong interpretation of reality. Gang stalking is the wrong interpretation of reality. And I was fine. It was good. Today, the whole day, I was doing really well. Except where a customer asked me, "Hey, how are you? And how's your day?" And I just said, "My day's fantastic. Thank you for asking. How's yours?" And he didn't get happy about that. Which it struck me as odd, but it's something that I'm used to. Because my days have been fantastic lately. I have been having a hard time trying to literally undo all these years of traumas. Like I literally I zone out, guys. I zone out and I just start remembering all the shit, But a lot of good things have happened. I'm beginning to reinterpret reality like it should be interpreted. And I'm beginning to notice some things. Like, during my gang stalking, I guess, I wasn't able to think logically. And so I found the wrong logic in things. I did. The reason that gang stalkers haven't been able to put any new any new, harassing sounds, noises, whatever, is because I don't assume now that everyone talks to each other, that everyone knows each other. In order for those signs to be actually effective, or to actually be signs or methods of harassment, uh, they would have to be communicating between each other. For example, when I was doing the whole thing with my coins, about the coin slamming, where I was actually trying to get money to eat, that I was putting all the coins together because I was completely broke. I was alone in my car when that happened. But all of a sudden, I began interpreting any type of coin toss. My freaking client had a bunch of coins on the floor the very next day. It was the only thing that made sense. But no one saw me picking up those coins. Well, actually, I went to the coin store at Walmart. But no, it just made no sense. So like, I saw the coins, and then I went to work, and then the coins were just like a thing. But now I just got rid of that logic. I have to deny the reality of gang stalking. For example, also, the thing with a cough, I remember there was a homeless woman sitting next to me at Walmart. And then I looked to one side. And then there was this homeless woman just going, and it was like she almost like coughed in my oatmeal. But and I almost feel like she did, but I was hungry, so I ate it anyways. And then I turned to one side, and then I saw three kids looking at a phone, and the phone was pointing at me. So I had the impression that the kids were watching me, watched the whole thing and recorded it. They recorded, or the kids were doing the evil grin, and they were looking. It just looked like they were recording me, and so I felt like they recorded, the homeless woman coughing onto my oatmeal, and then me picking it up and then eating it. That same day, I went to the gym. And then, as before I got to my car, a woman opened the door from her car, and then she just went, ugh, and then closed the door and left. And after that, the coughing became a thing. The thing is that it makes sense when you believe that gang stalking is real. But when you don't... Oh wait, I have one more. When, for example, the jingling of the keys. One day I went to get my lunch at Al's Burgers in Imperial Beach. And then I went there, and then when I wasn't eating, I got out and I dropped my keys. Oh no, I heard the keys tingling. And I thought they were my keys. So I looked down to look for them, and they weren't there. So then I was, oh shit, this is gonna be the next thing. And guess what? All of a sudden, I began noticing the freaking keys jingling everywhere. But the thing is that, just like the headlights during the daytime, they have always been there. I just never paid attention to them. Now, this makes me assume, am I crazy? Did I make, and then I was like, well, in that aspect, yeah. I'm the one that made all these signals, all the sounds. I'm the one that gave, well, the words not so much, but all the sounds, the coins, that was all me making assumptions. That was me assuming that everyone know and that everyone knew what I was doing. Because you feel that you're watched all the time. But it was me who made those connections. Not the gang stalkers. Gang stalkers have no idea what the hell is going on with me. Or the people at work. And there's the thing. Okay. Give me 1 second. So assuming that I made it all up. Because right now I am confused as hell. So assuming that none of the keys, none of that is real. That I made it all up. There was a time where my coworkers were staying away from me, If they believe me to be crazy, I guess, then I understand. However, when there were times where it was kind of obvious that they stayed away from me, right? But then there were times where I was telling them a good memory, something beautiful that I remember. And in both, they just completely, purposely ignored me. They began talking between themselves, and they began looking at their phone. It was obvious that they didn't want to listen to that. It was obvious that they didn't want me to listen to something beautiful. So, of course, there's some type of truth in this mess of my perceptions. Also because, there are people, listen, a couple of days ago, I spent 4 hours with 2 customers. More like 3 customers. 4 hours. They were obviously trying to make me upset. And I just didn't. I was thinking of beautiful things, and it didn't happen. I didn't get upset. So, and I don't remember any customer holding me for that long. nor customers trying to be annoying. Like ever. Until I started working here. And it's just weird, like there's people that are nice one day, and then all of a sudden they just start asking you a bunch of things. But it's like it's really hard to really keep your perception in the same spot because because there's something not normal about that. Now, so the only thing that I can do now is literally, whenever I'm taking care of a customer, I literally just have to keep telling myself, gang stalking is the wrong interpretation of reality. The gang stalking reality, or the gang stalking, something along those lines. And I feel that there is a point where, it's like, I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm so confused, guys. Primarily because when I am not hearing things, when I'm fine, the time that I did a little dance, and then I heard a laughter because Anthony was watching me from the other side of the freaking curtain, and he saw me dance. He thought it was ridiculous or something, or he laughed about it. But I kept dancing, because I was having fun. I don't give a fuck if he's laughing or not. So that in itself antagonizes. But what if that had nothing to do with gang stalking? Maybe I'm just a crazy guy. But like, I feel like people push my buttons. Like, quite literally. But today everything was fine. Everything was great today. Well, that's it for this video, you guys. I'm doing fine. I am reestablishing my perception of reality. I am definitely not talking to anyone who uses drugs. I'm staying away from those people. It's not good for me. I don't even know what the fuck I still speak to them, to be honest. It's just bad for me in every single way, shape, and form. It's bad to be on any of those hookup apps, But I feel like that's the only, talking to people that I do. I, however, have to keep talking to people that are normal. Because otherwise, let me tell you something. Today I was actually genuinely scared. Whenever I go online, I get all these people asking, do you want to fuck? Do you want to fuck? Do you want to fuck? And it's like, what the hell? Why am I getting so many of these? And then they're trying to, I feel like I get a lot of push, people are pushing. And you know why? You know why I feel like that's happening? It is because They want me. Someone wants me to fucking burn my brain off. To literally go crazy. I feel that that's the end goal of gang stalking. Someone go insane and physiologically unable to reconstruct reality. I feel like they're almost there in my case. And I feel like I don't know what to do. Even though my other assumptions of the mind, they were fine. Those were on spot. Because now I feel like I have a will to live. Before my mind was only filled with thoughts of gang stalking. I can actually watch a movie now and be happy. The only thing that was in my mind was sex and drugs and gang stalking. That is not a way to live. Anyways, well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome. There's a lot of craziness in my videos, and I feel that the more I understand, the crazier it gets. Just know that the purpose of this channel is to have my story be alive in YouTube, primarily so that people will understand what gang stalking is actually about and what happens to people when they are getting gang stalked. It's awful. I honestly feel that most of the conditioning is actually happening during those experiences that I had in person or online where I chat with people. I feel that there is where that's actually supposed to be doing the thing, so I'm staying away from that. I just am. I am too busy. Now, I have found a way to, because of all my mantras, I actually am really excited about taking this channel more seriously. Not that I didn't before, but I just am more excited. Like I actually want to invest my time in it. And invest time in self-care, because I obviously need a lot of that. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Please like and share if you enjoy my content. And yeah, have a good evening.